Today we are continuing with the Best of CAT series by IMS, and we're going to be solving a summary question from CAT 2020. Now, some feel that CAT 2020, particularly the third slot, was a bit of a challenge. However, for every question, there is usually a method that makes the question simple. So we're going to try one of those questions today. As usual, please pause the video, try and work out the solution on your own before you look at the answer. That's a much better way to learn as compared to simply watching the video.
If you like our content and want to experience the IMS pedagogy, you can join the IMS Zero Fee Prep programs that will give you access to concept videos, sectionals, full-length tests and more for free. You may click on the I button or on the link in the description box below to access the same. Happy learning!
Now, this question might seem like it's abstract. However, regardless of the text, the method remains the same. We're going to be using the XYZ strategy to solve this question. Let's try simplifying it. The first part of this question talks about a dominant hypothesis in modern science. What is that dominant hypothesis? It suggests that language evolved to help us trade information. That's it, we have simplified the question. The next part of this question talks about an alternative view. All that it's really saying is that the other view is that language evolved to facilitate social bonding instead of just exchanging information. Over here, we need to understand that nowhere is the author asserting that one of these views is correct or more correct as compared to the other. So let's not read more into the question than what is given to us. The last bit is fairly simple. It increased our ancestors' chances of survival. Again, not every word, every sentence is important. What is the last part saying? It's simply talking about the fact that language increased our chances of survival, or rather our ancestors' chances of survival, by allowing them to cooperate more. And that's pretty much it. Now we're going to use X, Y, and Z points to eliminate options. It's really not that difficult. First of all, we've talked about a dominant hypothesis. And what was that dominant hypothesis? Language evolved to help us trade information. But there is an alternative view. The alternative is that language evolved to facilitate social bonding. Again, neither of this is better than the other. These are just two views. And finally, there was the point about survival. Let's evaluate our first option. Now here we are saying, from the belief that humans invented language to process factual information, this kind of talks about the dominant hypothesis. Scholars now think, but right here you should pause and think about what this is saying. This seems to suggest that at one point of time, the view was that language evolved to facilitate exchange of information. But now everyone thinks that it was not really to trade information, but social bonding that was the purpose. But the question is not really saying that the view has changed overall. What it's saying is that there are two views. There is a dominant view, there's an alternative. Option 1 does not really capture this difference between the dominant and the alternative view, and that is why option 1 is not the right answer. Now, in case you miss out on that, there is one more tiny detail that you can look at. In option 1, it says humans invented language. But if you look at point X and the original text, it says humans did not invent language, rather it evolved. Obviously, there's a huge difference between invention and evolution. So option 1 is inaccurate for multiple reasons. You should be able to eliminate it easily. Now option 2, since its origin, language has been continuously evolving. Till here, it's fine. There is no problem. After that, however, there is a problem. Continuously evolving to higher forms. Now, none of our points X, Y, and Z mention evolving to higher forms anywhere. Option 2 therefore should be eliminated right there. Please understand that a summary question only requires you to summarize. You should not introduce information or ideas that are not part of the original text. So option 2 clearly not the answer. Option 3 now. Most believe. Now where does it say most believe? Point X says the dominant hypothesis is. Why is it dominant? Because that is probably what most people believe. So most believe is equal to dominant hypothesis. Now option 3 seems to be very different from the text. But what we need to understand is that one of the tricks they introduce in summary questions is that they paraphrase the original text. They use different words. However, the meaning does not change here. So, we're still okay with option 3 when it says most believe. Language originated from a need to articulate facts. Again, this is talking about trading factual information, so we're fine. Others think it emerged from the need to promote social cohesion. Social cohesion is equal to social bonding, so this is now the alternative view, so we're still fine. And cooperation, thus enabling human survival. You would note that we have covered X, Y and Z, all 3 points are there, even though the words have been changed slightly. So option 3 we should definitely retain for now. However, always read all the options. So let's look at the 4th one. Experts are challenging the narrow view. Again, right here you should pause and think, what's the narrow view? Is there one view which is narrower than the other? Not really. Then, are there any experts? No, not really. So option 4 is inaccurate from the very beginning. We eliminate it and we can be absolutely sure that our answer is option 3.